Hi, welcome to Having a Cuppa with toowoomba.com.au. I'm Josie Howard. Today I have the beautiful Rebecca Wenham with me. Now, Rebecca is someone who, when I had my pre-interview with her, I just thought this is a woman after my own heart. Her house was chaos. She just sent school holidays. Husband had just been sent off to a dart competition, and she was cool as a cucumber every time she took a customer call on her mobile. So, Rebecca, how's life?
Life is pretty good at the moment. We're looking forward to getting the kids all sorted and back to school so that we can take on 2018 with gusto and have a bit of a routine going. It's been very unorganised lately. So.
But you have a pretty interesting business, and I've always thought that the name doesn't quite reflect everything you actually do in that business. So Garden City Auto Trimming is not just auto trimming, is it?
It's not. It does actually have a... and upholstery tagged along the end, but most people don't recognise that. So we cover not just auto trimming, upholstery as well, and that's quite a big part of what we do. And the auto trimming side also covers things like boats and caravans and motorbikes, and the upholstery covers a lot of commercial, a lot of old furniture.
Explain what commercial is, and then we'll go on to some of the retail stuff that you do that is really unique.
So commercial are things that we do through a joinery or the larger projects that we tend to get through town. So we've done all of the booth seating and stools at Fitzy's on Church. Mm-hmm. We've done a lot of the other larger hotels in town, the Gowrie Road, the New Town. We're currently doing the Burke and Wills project with Aspect Joinery.
Fabulous. And so I know that you discuss it, that you are actually really keen on doing more furniture upholstery too. So you've already worked with some other clients previously, and you're looking to grow that even more because it's an area where you have some expertise.
Yeah, the value in older furniture nowadays isn't seen so much. People believe that when you're buying a lounge suite for $2,000 or $3,000 in one of the major retailers in town, that they're getting a really good deal, but what you're getting is a mass-produced piece of furniture which is made with lightweight wooden material, something that you're essentially going to have to replace again in 2 or 3 years' time. No,
yeah,
even lower.
I was going to say 4 to 5 if you treat it really well, but yeah, a lot of the frames don't last anymore.
They don't. It's like building a kid's aeroplane out of that really lightweight wood. So the value in going and sourcing an older piece of furniture, the things that are in grandma's house that she doesn't want anymore, sometimes even the tip shop, buying a piece like that and then spending a decent amount of money to get it reupholstered in a design that you're really happy with, colours that suit your home and your decor and your mood, the value there, it will last you for years and years. It'll be something that your kids will end up sourcing from you to maybe do the same thing again.
Well, retro's popular again too, right? So, and even number of years ago before I moved to Toowoomba, I had a girlfriend in Sydney, and she would always in Sydney, people would dump their rubbish on the side of the road, and the council would come along and pick it all up.
And people actually go and scout for that.
Well, my friend, they were a good family and everything, but she would go and scout for those things and then spend, as you said, whatever it cost pretty well to recover these amazing pieces of furniture, and it looked fabulous. She had a retro style. She was a bit of a 50s, 60s girl, so it looked wonderful, and it actually cost less in the end than what it would cost an equivalent quality piece of furniture.
It does, and we're quite proud of the people that we have working for us. We've got an amazing upholsterer who, when he strips back a piece of furniture, it's done from scratch. So all of the foam, the webbing, everything is taken care of and looked after. So you are essentially getting a new piece of furniture, but you get to decide on the design and the colour. And
you won't want to hear this. I recently donated to my dog, who's only just 12 months old and still very active, one of our old leather lounges, which apparently she decided she wanted to reupholster or refoam or something, because at the moment there is foam all through the house, the yard, everywhere, because she's been shredding it like there's no tomorrow. So, well, yeah, should have, but didn't apparently. So, you also do a lot of auto trimming, and you essentially can cover anything, canvases, all sorts of things.
Yeah, so auto trimming is when you're in the interior of a car or a motorhome or a caravan or boats. It's anything to do with, I guess, the soft furnishing side. So if you go into a car, you're looking at the seats, the carpets, the door cards, the roof lining, the parcel trays, everything. So we do a lot of the old Holdens. We've done some of the old Cadillacs, Chevrolets, a lot of the old cars that end up going on to shows, or people just keep garage it for years and years and years.
Because they love it.
They love it, and I guess it's a bit of an heirloom for them. And the same with boats. You get your boat seats, the carpet, the travel covers, the bimneys. It's not necessarily just pinpointed to seats.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I guess people don't always realise exactly what that means. You don't have to throw out stuff. You can rejuvenate things and rejuvenate them to even a higher quality and standard sometimes as well. So you also have some pretty amazing clients. You've got people like Wagner's and Toowoomba Regional Council and obviously Fitzy's, who we mentioned earlier. What sort of work do you do for those guys? So there's...
Okay, so Wagner's, we tend to do a lot of their seats on trucks or vehicles or tractors or all of the machinery side that the seats need redoing in canvas covers. The value in a canvas cover over the top of a seat is you're again doubling the life of the seat. So Wagner's can be quite vast in the area we focus on. It's not just seats, it's tonneau covers.
So that goes on the back of a trailer, is that right?
It can go on the back of the trailer.
Or a truck, or
ute,
covers a truck,
yeah,
or a ute,
yeah,
or something like
yes.
that, yeah.
JJ Richards, we do all of their skip covers, their truck tarps, ute canvas seat covers. We've had those specifically made for them and embroidered with JJ Richards. Fitzy's on Church was all of the seating there. And we're quite proud of the relationship we have with the clients in town because they do keep coming back to us.
Yeah,
we're quite confident.
You're just a beautiful person to speak to on the phone too. You make things really simple for people, so it's not hard for them, is it?
My husband would differ.
They do. But you deal with retail customers too, don't you? So we don't want to put off anybody. Like if you're just your own person and you've got a few stools or a chair you want covered, you guys are more than happy to work with large organisations or small ones.
Yeah, not more than we love it. Yeah,
you love it.
Yes,
that's good in a place like Toowoomba.
We do love our job.
Yeah, and you and Steve split your workload, don't you? So you look after all the admin predominantly. Steve does more of the manual work.
Yeah,
is that the right way to put it, or not really?
Yeah, he does.
His profession. So
he tends to run the floor, and he's got so many years experience in the motor trimming side. So
how many years does he have?
He would have about 25, 26 years experience.
Wow. And that business has actually been going almost that long, hasn't it? And then you guys only bought into it about 6 years ago? 6, 7,
8 years ago, yeah.
A while ago.
He did all of it. He started off doing training with his dad when he was young, and then moved on to training with a good friend of his and completed his apprenticeship. And they worked side by side for years and years, and then the good friend ended up moving to the coast and starting the same business down here, which is when we took over.
So there's another side to you too, which I really connected with. So you're a wine and food lover.
Very much so.
And a netballer.
Yes.
And you're going to start doing boxing at the gym as well, aren't you?
So you say. Yeah.
So how do you juggle family life and business and keep it all happening? Because, I mean, I jokingly said that it was chaotic, but often there's not an option, is there? It's just things happen, and you know, husband goes off to a dart thing with 5 other people who apparently couldn't organise themselves to find the hotel. But you know, it's a hard thing. What are some of the tips that you would give people in juggling all of that?
We're really lucky in the fact that we've got a large network of friends and family. We've got older children as well. I've got an amazing daughter who helps me out whenever I need it. Mother-in-law who's fantastic. It's just taking everybody up on the offers of help and juggling what we do. I try and tend to work out my routine based on Steve.
Yep.
He tries to do the same in return. So yeah, and the staff we've got are amazing. They tend to pick up the slack where we can't put it in. So yeah,
I'd probably suggest too that you're a naturally calm person. So when people deal with you, in the back of your head, you can almost see that you are simply processing whatever it is, you know you can get it done, and in the back of your head you're processing it and staying calm on the exterior essentially. So I mean, I don't think I've got that wrong. You're pretty
No, I am.
Pretty calm.
I probably overload some people sometimes. You know, the boys get a hugely loaded work schedule, and you know, I'm all cool and calm and collected because I'm not actually putting it out there. I'm booking it, but yeah.
Yeah, and how is business? Like, is business going well?
It's going really, really well. We've just put on another full-time motor trimmer.
Oh, that's fabulous.
So Jacob, he's amazing at what he does. We have Mick.
And we want to keep him busy, right?
We want to keep him super
very busy.
Yes. And Mick, he's a full-time upholsterer. He's very, very good at what he does. He's got years of experience and probably the highest quality upholsterer I've seen in a long time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you're looking to keep all your staff busy. I guess what I'm heading towards too, business isn't always that good, is it? Like sometimes, like there's ebbs and flows.
There's lulls, yeah. I say there's lulls. There's really not for us at the moment. Every time Steve seems to think we might be down on business a little, you come in on the Monday and we're booked up for 6 months ahead. But we're very lucky. We've built a name for ourselves. We've got good relationships with the majority of businesses in town. So that tends to keep us going.
That's fantastic. So I hope to see you very soon at the boxing. I may or may not. You suggested I should rejoin a netball team again, which I may or may not.
Josie, Wednesday night netball.
So that's a boxing night too. But I guess the trick really is to keep things happening and keep things moving. And you're obviously a busy person with 2 young children, and they go to school locally too, don't they?
Yes, my little one's just starting prep this year, so hence my life will be all sorted.
And you say that now until they catch their first flu or something, and you have to keep them home from school for a week. But it's looking good. And Toowoomba is such a vibrant place, isn't it, with so much happening at the moment that, especially in, I guess, some of the areas that you work in, working with a lot of construction people. We have a big food industry that's starting to happen more now. So with people like Fitzy's and Burke and Wills growing and expanding, all that's really good for your business.
Yeah, there's so many new establishments coming along now, new estates where people are buying in. So it's a growing industry. We're not ever worried that we won't be able to sustain our workload. It's always
there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Beck, for coming in
Josie.
today and having a chat. I may have to bring that leather couch to you at some point soon, but I might let her finish tearing it to pieces before I do. It might be easier. So thank you once again, and look forward to actually using your services at some point.
Thanks.